So let's talk about relationships and romance. We've got Valentine's Day here, and I have a lot of opinions about this particular topic. So let's just start with the base. If you are to ever read a romance novel, you will find it is 200 to 300 pages written by a woman for a woman. In this book, you are going to find out how long a young man's eyelashes are. You're going to find out how strong and ripped and muscular his chest and abs are. And you are going to find that they don't get together until, maybe 100, 150 pages in. You're going to get every conversation. You're going to get every outfit. You're going to get all the details. If a romance novel was written by a man, I can't imagine that actually ever happening. But if there was one that was written by a man, it would be at most a paragraph. And it would be something like, I saw this girl, she was hot, we hooked up. One person has one vision, another has another. I've been married for 30 years, happily married for 30 years. And I'm going to give you 3 tips for creating a long and sustainable relationship. Tip number 1. Always keep the other person in mind. What does that mean? What does that actually look like? Well, to give you a concrete example, when I go grocery shopping, I usually go to Trader Joe's. And if I'm there, I am going to buy my husband the things that he likes. I'm going to get him some snack bars because he likes a particular kind of snack bar that they have. I'm going to get him keto-friendly things because he likes those. I'm going to keep him at the top of my mind. If I'm doing something and I know he needs something, I'm going to make sure to take care of that. Does this translate into me cooking dinner for him and making his lunches? Hell no, that is not how I roll, but I know a lot of other people do. So that's fine. That's how you do you. How I do me is I keep my partner at the top of my mind when I do things like that for him. Tip number 2. There is a 3-to-1 ratio we know from research for kids in school. Students need 3 compliments for every correction. So 3 compliments per 1 correction. This is true in any relationship, whether it's your children, whether it's your parents, whether it's your significant other, even with yourself. You need to notice the things that are going right. You need a base. You need a base that someone can be like, hey, this person likes me. They support me, they're thinking about me, so that when something goes south, which will happen when you are in a long-term relationship, not everything is going to be like walking through Candyland. You need to have that base so that you can say what you need to be said and the person doesn't only hear that. They have this other framework for you where you have supported them, where you have loved them, and all this kinds of things. So 3 compliments to 1 correction. The 3rd thing is keep your fights clean. You're gonna fight. You've been with somebody, you fight with yourself sometimes. Let's just be honest. Everybody has these internal fights. Well, you're gonna have an external fight too with your significant other. You are 2 different people. You want to be 2 different people. But what you don't want to do is fight dirty. So what does fighting clean mean? Keeping your fight focused on whatever the issue at hand is. It means not trying to belittle, not trying to be mean, not trying to degrade, not name calling, not doing these other things, saying things that you then have to take back. You don't want to do that. You don't want that kind of weight on your relationship. But again, you're going to have these moments. So keeping in mind that your goal is a long-term relationship, and that you want happiness at the end of it, that means that you want whatever the situation at hand is to be resolved in a positive way. So you're going to approach it in a way that is constructive and not destructive to your relationship. So if you do those 3 things, keep them at the top of the mind. 3 compliments for every thing that you feel like needs to be corrected, and 3 fight clean. You are on your way to having a very long and successful romance.